all over. You can see his palatial estate.
Helicoptering.
Yes.
All around his Jerry world.
Skip, I'm confused by this. And I'm looking at the teams that they got below them. Nope. Nope. No way. No way the Cowboys should be in front of the Dolphins, the Patriots. You know what? I'm going to put Arizona in. Well, Arizona offensive line, no, I can't do that. I'll take Indy. Right now, you guys should be, y'all at best, at the very best, you should be like 19th or 20th. That's the best I could do you, Skip.
Really?
Yeah. Ain't no way y'all 12th.
So I was amused by this, but only because of you, because when I saw this last night, I thought, oh, he's going to get a kick out of this.
Man, it's ridiculous.
A kick right in the stomach. Because all the other preseason rankings, the off-season rankings, have had this whole NFC least in the 20s.
Yes.
It's like Dallas is 21, and then Washington would be 23, and Giants would be 25, and Philly would be 27. That's they went the whole off-season with that.
Yes.
They were all in the 20s because they all belonged in the 20s.
Okay.
It is the least.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then all of a sudden, Hard Knocks. And then all of a sudden, Mike McCarthy made a statement last week that is starting to resonate. He said, in my career, I have never seen one side of the ball flipped the way we flipped our defense through the offseason. It was historically bad last year on Mike McCarthy's watch, but he hired his crony, Mike Nolan, obviously, to oversee the defense, and it was an all-time abject, indefensible disaster last year. And this year, I am seeing signs of life. I'm seeing at least decent. I'm seeing a guy that you love more than I did before the draft, and maybe we fell right into him. His name is Micah Parsons, and he has been featured, maybe not quite so much last night. He was in the Spades game, obviously. Did he win the Spades game? I think he, yes. No, wait, no, was he Dak's teammate? I'm getting mixed up.
No, Zeke and Dak was teammates.
That's right. So he did win the Spades game, right? Okay. So the point is, Micah Parsons is becoming, right before your very eyes, a force. I believe he already is the best player on the defense.
Okay.
And once upon a time, I thought I had Jalen Smith and the Wolf Hunter.
Yeah.
And they both made the Pro Bowl. And I'm not sure they're going to make the starting lineup this year because Jabril Cox, the other rookie, is coming. And I saw a stat yesterday that is a Pro Football Focus, your favorite website, but they had Micah Parsons playing the best run defense of any linebacker in the preseason. I know it's not much, not much of a sample size, but they ranked his grade #1, and they had Jabril Cox not far behind.
Right.
Keanu Neal has been a revelation because they moved him from safety, where he wasn't very good last year because Atlanta had the single worst pass defense in the history of pro football. But when you moved him up to more his natural hitting space, because he is a thumper now.
Right.
When you put Keanu Neal from safety to linebacker, he's sort of playing where he belonged. All of a sudden, I'm thinking, I got something that works here. And the defensive line, listen, Randy Gregory is poised to have a breakout year. Obviously, he has to keep himself clean, and I'm just going to have to knock on wood for him because last year, he played in the shadow of another guy with issues off the field, and Aldon Smith. And Randy Gregory made the point in a big piece that was in the Bleacher Report earlier by Dan Pompey that he felt like he kind of got snubbed last year because they went with Aldon Smith over him.
Right.
Well, I don't think that Dan Quinn, the new coordinator, is going to do anything but put Randy Gregory in position to be a breakout Pro Bowl star.
Skip, I can make a case, since you was talking about your defense, that Indy's defense, we know for a fact is better than yours. The Washington defense is better than yours.
I'll buy that.
The Patriots defense is better than yours.
I'll buy that.
The Dolphins, I like them better than yours. And you take Arizona with Chandler Jones and with Isaiah Simmons, Xavier Collins, and now J.J. Watt. Everybody's defense, with the exception of maybe Minnesota and the Saints, are better than yours, and they got players. Arizona, y'all ain't got a player better than Chandler Jones. You don't have a player that's better than DeForest Buckner or Darius Leonard on Indy. Y'all definitely ain't got a player better than Joey Bosa. That's 1,000. Y'all ain't got a Chase Young. So Stephon Gilmore, y'all don't have the guy they got from Baltimore. So I'm trying to figure out, Skip.
Okay.
Matthew Judon. So you talk about you love your defense.
if Randy Gregory's what I think he can be this year, if he's a breakout star, it's going to make DeMarcus Lawrence's job so much easier. And he is a Pro Bowler, a former Pro Bowler who did not have much of a year last year, but he is capable. And all
Did he have back surgery now season?
Okay, you got me, but is he not capable of being a Pro Bowl force? Have you not seen him be that guy?
Yeah, we've seen him do that.
You've liked him.
Yeah, at times.
Okay.
But I haven't seen that guy since he got that money.
They have beefed up the interior of that line, and that kid from UCLA, that rookie Osa, he's just hard to block, and he goes 1,000 miles an hour. I just think they added so many pieces in the middle, and Watkins and Urban. They're so much better. They're just so much better than they were. They got some issues at safety right now with COVID, and Donovan Wilson got banged up yesterday. I'm not sure what's going to be the outcome of that. But the point is, they're way better than they were 1 year ago. Like, way better.
Yeah.
They're like 92% better than they were last year. Yes.
No. Last year, you loved all the moves that they made. You loved the Gerald McCoys. You loved the
but what
Everson
happened?
Griffin.
They mutinied. Within 2 weeks, they mutinied on Mike Nolan because they thought he was a goof. And Jerry had to go clean out the whole locker room. He had to send them all home because they all said, this guy has no idea what he's doing. Am I right?
That seems to be the case.
That's what happened. Okay, so you gave me all those teams. You said they're better on defense.
Yeah.
Are any of them better than my offense? Any of them? No, big no. No. I'm having to trust that my quarterback's arm is going to be okay.
So you got to trust that.
Well, I have no choice but to trust it because he said last night on Hard Knocks, I'm still on a pitch count, but they say he's going to be just fine. Jerry's like laying his life on the line, saying if we had to play tonight, I would be very comfortable with Dak Prescott. Okay, so is he capable of having a big year? Sure he is. We still have weeks to go. What are we to September 9th? We still have enough time for him to heal up, I think. And I think we're going to talk about this in a few minutes, but I believe Ezekiel Elliott is primed to have a bounce-back year.
You're hoping.
You say, no, I'm starting to believe after what I saw last night. Again, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I saw in the last preseason game, I saw these three players on the football field in the starting lineup. I saw Ty Smith. I saw Zach Martin. I saw Lyle Collins. They are absolute Pro Bowl studs, and they all trotted right out there and started the game. Will they finish the season? If they do, you are sunk because we got a whole bunch of diet do bet on who wins the least. And I think my team is head and shoulder pads above those three teams when you go offense and defense.
I disagree.
Okay? You are betting on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Or he's occasionally Fitzmagic.
And you guess what?
He's occasionally Fitz-whoops.
And you're betting on Mike McCarthy.
Yep, okay. I told
motivational
you.
Mike.
Okay, but we will win in spite of motivational Mike.
You said that about Jason Garrett, too.
Well, he was just old 8-8. Yeah, Mike just needs to stay out of the way.
Your guy didn't even go 8-8 last year.
Okay, so I'm starting to love the makeup of this team because I got another guy named CeeDee Lamb. I also thought it was instructive last night after I've just sung his praises on this show. Did you see that the guy who runs the mailroom said that the most mail they get in order was CeeDee Lamb and then Dak Prescott? You want to talk about breakout star? Cowboy Nation is seeing and feeling. We're talking about snail mail, just letters sent, right? But I thought it was instructive, maybe revealing, that CD has taken off and captured the imagination. I told you the day after the draft, he will change life. Yes, he is.
Okay, so it shouldn't be surprised that he getting a lot of mail.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, if nobody liked him, they wouldn't send letters to him. Okay, so I
even
called it.
Even offensive linemen getting mail in Dallas.
I first guessed it, and now I've told you he's going to have a sophomore breakout season. So if I have CD and Randy Gregory and Micah Parsons have big breakout seasons, you're sunk. That's
CeeDee
the
Lamb
point.
make the Pro Bowl?
All of that is why they have shockingly risen. The last poll had them at 16. They're all the way up to 12.
Exactly.
12.
How you rise and they played one game, and your quarterback is more injured than he was when you were 16?
Well, I was most worried about his double ankle surgery, and now I'm only worried about his mysterious pulled muscle in his arm.
So how do you rise in the rankings if you have an